on a new adventure.
Still, bot lane, looks like Zephyr's going to be in a bit of danger now as Ace 12 and the Wolves will chase him down. And with that Wolves movement speed, they might just have him, but Zephyr, he's going to salve up. He'll pick up a water rune for himself. Still, the Wolves will chase with the Stroke of Fate to follow up. Zephyr is still trying to get towards that mid-tier 1 tower. Carl even not really helping out Zephyr, just leaving him to deal with this all alone. And Zephyr's going to die. 4-2-3 to take the kill. Carl, he's still dealing with Sanctity right now, but... you know, I feel like if I was Zephyr right there, John, I'd be a little bit upset.
And he's just going to be able to get his rotations and get the kills he needs for the team.
Ace 12. It's going to be fine. Zephyr, Carl, they're going to zip in. They want the big one. They want that Lycan kill. So 4-2-3. He's going to try to run, and he's actually quite tanky. He survived for now, but Zephyr is going right in for the chase and does secure the kill. The Sanctity now is going to try and trade by killing off Cuckoo. It's still going to be very worthwhile here for T1 regardless of whether they get this Beastmaster or not. And in the end, Ace 12 will be able to take it anyway on the Grimstroke, but I'd still call that a win for the side of T1.
But they are inching towards that point here on T1 where they're going to be feeling comfy. Cuckoo's flying out as Dominator now. That lines up with her Lycan's timing as well.
I think 11's gone too far here. He tried to charge onto Gabby, but Gabby's going to punish him for this. Scatterblast is going to slow Gabby down, but he finds 11 exactly where he's trying to go for the TP play. Still juking 11. Surely doesn't make it out of this. He's going to charge away now. I can't believe he got away, though the Ignite is going to land, and that should be enough. He can't escape this one. He's gone.
Just hanging in the tree line, outside vision, getting the kill. T1 though rotating in with that smoke after the T1 fell bot.
You want something more than Ace 12 though, but the Soulbind is going to fly in already. It's not a great start for T1 as the Inkswell. It does land on 3 targets, and now the just blow up comes in. Meteor Hammer to drop. They've got the lockdown, and Zephyr's going to be the 3rd.
Yeah, and they're starting to use some of those Hawk visions out from Cuckoo really well. Some good information for them to play with. They're going to go for the smoke play now. They've got Ward, they've got Exo, they can make a play.
They're trying on a Gabby. Gabby, he'll go for the Strength Morph again, but he's dropping so low and he just can't survive through it. Meanwhile, 4-2-3, he got jumped, but they can't finish him off in time. Raw's going to be there. They are still trying and will eventually get him, but now 11, a 3-man charge through on the hammer. It's going to be dropped by Sanctity. Onto Zephyr they go. That'll be the 4th to drop as Carl. He is the only survivor left.
But it's also tough for the Lincoln sub. Turns out T1 can go for the smoke play with that BKB on Gabby.
T1. Gonna move in. Oh, what are we gonna find first? Sanctity around, that'd be the target you want to go on, but he has an Aegis and BKB available, so it's not going to be an easy target to try and burst down. So instead, they'll go on to Ace 12, release Gabby will. In the meantime though, Carl, he got caught out. Sanctity's going to take him down as somehow Ace 12 has made his own way out, and now the Nether Strike. It's coming onto Gabby. He has forced the waveform away. He knows he can't fight right now, even the Astral is there on Whitemon. They'll find a second. And Ace 12, I mean, they chased him down for a very long time. Barely ends up dying as Zephyr is barely able to get out, but Lilgun, they are still all over T1. Might be a fight to break out though. Whitemon is going to move in. Fire Blast is out onto Kishka. Zip in from Carl. Sanctity though is there with the Astral to save as now the Soulbind is committed onto T1. It's a lot of damage already flying out. Whitemon's gone. Where's 11 though? He hasn't charged quite yet. He's still being very patient as Zephyr is just trying to survive with the BKB up. He will just try and retreat and back his way out. The T1, they are sticking around, but it's still very dangerous when you don't know where the Spirit Breaker is, and Cuckoo is finally going to get caught out now by 11. Even with the Lincoln Sphere, they just don't care. They will take him out, no issue, as Gabby has his Lincolns broken. Another Bashes will fly through. He's going to run while the BKB is still going because they have the Sight Device out. Gabby is going to wait for back towards the base, but is still in big danger. Bashes are flying at 11. How lucky can you get? It's a 2 bash out, and that'll be enough, Gabby. He is going to drop to the Spirit Breaker.
Into the high ground they go. Towers just melt with the output right now from 4-2-3. Smoke from T1 though. They could find a good angle to break the fight off. They could get the start.
They have thrown everything at the Lycan, but the Sanity is rather Eclipse is there, and now the Soulbind into... Oh, actually, Sanctity is gone. Lincoln's broken on Gabby, but they're not going to fight back as the charge will go through onto Carl. They've got Ace 12 down to boot. Still, Gabby has been controlled now. Decide to vice out onto Carl. They really want the Storm Sprint, and they've got him. Double hammer drop, and now the kisses out. Gabby is forced to go back to the fountain as Kishka is still going in onto Zephyr. There's your charge out. 11's got another kill for himself. Can they keep going? It seems like they should be able to. They are slowly being chipped away at though as 11 is dropping low now. Keep in mind he does have the cheese up. We'll go through the reset. Still dropping low to Gabby's damage up, but Kishka has jumped in. Still Gabby now. Hex is out. They do fire blast up Sanctity, but he's still looking for the man fight as Carl does move back in. They've got the OD down. They've got Kishka down, and it does seem like Lilgun have gone too far this time around.
It is going to be a bit tough without the security of an Aegis onto the high ground. We are still seeing T1 find some good fights, and we've got to be cautious about bleeding out more here while the respawns are coming in.
Yeah, Ace 12 going to be targeted as the Aeon disc is going to be popped with Gabby. He wants more than that. Ace 12 still in big trouble. Does break the Lincolns, but is going to drop as now the charge is coming through. Gabby going to be targeted. He has help around, but the buybacks are going to fly in. Still Gabby. He'll waveform out of there and does morph into the breaker form. Looking to get out, but the charge, it does connect into the cookie now. Gabby, he's going to get ink swallowed up, and he is gone. Oh, he's got no buyback either. And they found Whitemon. They make it 3. They've got Cuckoo. They have got the Beastmaster. A 3 for nothing. And I think that'll be the mega creeps to come out now for Lilgun.
That should be it. 11 not done. Find Zephyr.
Certainly not done yet. Zephyr, BKB's up. Will abuse the spider legs, but so will 11. And there's a charge away. Immediate buyback from Whitemon, but it's a 2v5 scenario. Broken and is forced to just back to the fountain. Onto the tier 4s we go. Another charge out onto Whitemon into the fountain. But they're onto the tier 4 towers now. Lilgun just looking so strong this game, number 1. T1, while they are still trying, when you've got these constant charges to come in from 11, it's kind of impossible to try for the defense. They kill off Ace 12, but it means nothing. GG's called. T1 will drop game number 1. And Lilgun, well, like you said, John, with this draft, they were very confident and they make it look easy.
Ember has a lot of wave clear out for the Flame Guard. Carl can kind of try to clear that out with the higher levels in the Orb and Waning Rift. So it's not as simple as it is for Sanctity. It boils down to rune control. This matchup's all about bot control.
Bot lane, Kishka still trying to fight back, but should eventually drop to the first spot across the map as Cuckoo goes down to 4-2-3, and we are going to have a pause flying out here from Carl. And they're still going to find a kill down at the bot lane, but they miss out on the bonus gold, and well, Kishka, he's still going on Whitemon. He will barely tie to Gabby in time. Sanctity going to be just fine, forcing three heroes to rotate to try and sort him out. It's Carl. Get a bit of damage off, but in the meantime, they left Gabby alone. Gabby still alive, but the Shadow Poisons are starting to stack up, and one more should do the trick as Gabby is going to drop. Kishka able to take the kill.
He's not the fastest. I mean, he can play quite nicely with Conjure Image. There is a smoke play coming out from T1. They still have the Dream Coil. They can make something happen, but 4-2-3 is a pretty tough target to try to go on.
He is. Well, you say that, John. He does have that armlet, so it does make him a little bit more difficult to kill off as he does go right onto Whitemon. And yeah, they just can't take him down. Carl has Coil up if he wants to keep trying, but it's very difficult if you've got someone who can armlet toggle very well like 4-2-3.
Is under attack.
It's a little bit of a group up from 4-2-3 and Ace 12, but can they really try and defend this? I mean, if you can get a Fiend's Rip on Carl, it could be a nice setup, but it feels like they've got plenty of ways to cancel this off as now the charge is going to fly through. They've got the Static Storm with the Glimpse back onto the Husker. It's going to be a great setup. 4-2-3 is going to be trying to force to just fight back, but he can't do it right now as there's just too much control. T1, they can go for the second onto Ace 12, and they clean up. The problem is with this Husker, John, you get caught in that Static Storm, it's just too hard to armlet toggle. As they'll go on to 11 now, the Dream Coil committed, they'll have the setup. 11 will try to run. They've got that Witch's Blade slow, and they'll have plenty of damage from Carl to secure the kill. Mid lane, however, Zephyr has been caught by Sanctity, but it's still a very worthwhile trade here for T1. They'll be happy with that. T1 are going to find no way in, as there's going to be a 5-man smoke up now being committed from Lilgun. In they go back into that triangle. T1 may not know about this, though Whitemon is prepped to try and break the smoke, but no, they're up. Nobody's broken the smoke, so Lilgun, they might be able to make the jump in, but where's the blinker? 11, who are we going after, sir? They don't seem to have the information yet as Zephyr. He's going to get jumped here by 423, but Gabby, he can get right to work. Ace 12 is already gone on the Bane. Now Static Storm being dropped perfectly from Whitemon in the arena, not allowing the spear combination out from 11. Does that allow Gabby to relocate, find a better position for himself, but they've still got to find a way to try and do with 423 on this Husker, and now they can, as 423, he cannot deal with this Hive Skadi at the moment. He is gone. Ace 12's trying to fence rip up somebody, but Carl's going to be just fine, as 423 is still just trying to fight back with the armlet, but can he really keep it going? Kishka gonna give all the HP back to Gabby as they do end up getting 423 in the end. There's your spear out now from 11, but it's not gonna be enough. You don't have the damage any longer as they can just clear out the side of Lilgun. So Ace 12 is still trying to move forward along with Sanctity and try to find this TB kill. Instead, they're gonna have to try and go after Whitemon, but Carl's gonna move back in on the puck. Problem is they are not gonna be able to help, so it looked like a terrible fight for Lilgun, but it seems like with the buybacks, they still managed to turn it back around. Roshan dropping low. Sanctity going to try to zone them out, but Roshan is still going, and they've got the Cyclone out onto 423. Bit of an awkward fight here for Lilgun. We'll see if they can still take it. 423, he's trying with the BKB. He's got the Aegis up. Gabby now, he's going to man fight in the melee form onto the Husker. But 423 still okay, still able to fight back. He's got the Aegis up, but now your Metamorphosis available. In the meantime, Carl, he takes down 11, and they've got the Aegis gone from this Husker. And I think that might be enough for T1. Even if they pop the meta, they might call it that though. Never mind, they want more. They'll get Ace 12 down. They found Kishka on the Shadow Demon. Hell, they've even got 423 as Cuckoo will try to help out Gabby. The Sunder will be there. The reset. 423 though, he is still fighting back with all these disarms out. Gabby could not fight back against the Husker as Zephyr. He will finally take care of 423. And it does still seem to be a win for T1. You can just hide forever as Carl. Oh boy, he's gonna get caught out. Fiend's Grip will be there, and 423 may have just enough time, and he will. Carl is gonna drop. They tried to help him out with the charge out, though they might still be able to get 423 now. Static Storm has been dropped, but he got the BKB in time, so he should be able to turn back in onto Gabby, and he'll try to do so with the disarm out. Gabby is just standing there. He has the Sunder. He'll throw it out back in onto the Mars, and they've got 423. They have got 423 down. Whitemon to drop. Sanctity's becoming a problem though as he's cleaning up now. He's got a godlike spree and he's onto Gabby. He wants the big target. He wants the TB and he's gonna get him. Cuckoo's left to try and fight back for his team as he will at least get Ace 12, but he is running out of time to back himself out. Let's get a scan off. They're gonna find 423. That's the massive target they'd love to take, but he's not that easy, John. He's baiting right now. 423 almost hoping for the fight to break out, and they do. They do move in, but the Nightmare is there to buy time. As the BKB is out, it's going to be a fight between 423 and Gabby, but Gabby right now is winning. 423, he's gone. He is gone straight off the bat, but he's going to buy back into this team fight as Gabby's getting low now, but he has the Sunder available. Who are they aiming? It's going to be 11. Meanwhile, the supports are dropping slowly. Sanctity trying to get as much done as he possibly can. They've lost 11 on the Mars. They want Gabby on that Terrorblade. That's the big target on the side of T1, and they've got him. So the buyback, it does somewhat pay off for Lilgun. That Ace Wolf. Aghanim Scepter though, I agree, John, is going to cause some issues here in this fight, I think, if he does not get caught out though. Whitemon, a nice Static Storm, but Sanctity immediately into the backside, wanting to find those supports. Meanwhile, 11 dropping quite low as Gabby, he's been caught out. There's your Fiend's Grip, they've caught the Terrorblade, but it is cancelled. Carl, he'll get the silence in time. Gabby, he is still going to keep fighting with the Mat Trap. Another spear, it does land. They've got Gabby down, but he'll commit the buyback. Still Aegis is on the deck, all the items are just laying there on the ground, but they will go all the way for the side of Lilgun as Ace 12 finally goes down now, but at the cost of what? More buybacks to come from T1. Is they going to try again to fight back into this fight. Sanctity, he's been locked down this time, but 423 is there to help. The Sanctity will take his first death on the Ember. He finally gets taken down once. Gabby, though, he can't afford to be taken down a second time. That's for sure. As Sanctity back into the backside has found Zephyr on the supports, and now Gabby. That'll be a tieback on the Terrorblade, and that'll be the game probably going towards Lilgun, unless Carl can pull off some magic here on this puck. He'll get Kishka down. They're going to keep trying here, T1. But it's going to be a very, very difficult defense now, as you just don't have that pos 1. In fact, they've even found Cuckoo another time. That'll be the third die back here for T1. How do you defend this high ground, John? With their business as Lilgun want that Ancient down. Zephyr's going to buy out the Axe. They're going to try again. Carl dropping 11 quite low, forcing out the BKB with another strike. They've almost got him down. Coil is there. It did not leash, so 11 is still going to be able to blink out. A charge is out, though. They do secure the killer's now ace 12. He'll go for the Nightmare, and the Fiend's Grip has called out Zephyr, but it will be cancelled to Sanctity. He'll jump in and take over. That'll be a dieback on the Spirit Breaker, though now they've got Whitemon back up, and he'll drop the Static Storm onto the Husker, but 423 could not give a crap. He'll just keep going for the Ancient.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where are the creeps?
Where are the creeps, though, John? Carl, once again, is split pushing and creep skipping, and he has delayed out the game at least for a little bit, but they're going through backdoor protection. Or are they? It's still kind of happening. The Ancient is going down just very, very slowly. But now with 423 attacking a little bit faster, that'll be it.
Oh my god.
Lilgun will take it. T1, they tried, John, but they just weren't good enough today.